You talked about ridiculous headlines. You talked about the Jets. You talked about how we follow the Jets. I think we'd be remiss if we did not talk about the situation that's taken over the world right now.
Our boys got that dog in him, Carter. That's all I got to say, dude. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what we're talking about. We're talking about the Zach Wilson, the MILF finder, hunter, whatever you want to call it, Zachary Wilson, man. And again, have we been hyping him up since before the draft? Of course we have, bro. We've been doing our due diligence. Now, did we know he had this type of dog in him? I think we did, actually. Yeah, I think we did.
I
think we did, but I don't know if people understood what we were always conveying. You know what I'm saying? I think people just, saw what was at face value for his first year as a Jets quarterback and didn't really take in the fact of how much dog he truly has. And we were talking about it before, but man, the headlines of Zach Wilson, like you said, I think he thought it would be one thing, but everyone loves him, man. Like players across the league talking about him, tweeting about him. His own
for people
teammates.
that have not seen it, have not watched it all. Basically, the story is there's a allegation, rumor, whatever you want to call it, that Zach Wilson is potentially diddling his mom's best friend or a mom. We don't know. And it came out because his ex-girlfriend posted something on Instagram on his best friend that they're now dating. It's a whole thing. If you go on, the first thing you go on social media, sports social media, that's what you're going to see is how Zach Wilson's got that dog in him.
So I'm not going to lie, bro. I've actually known, so this is crazy. So I've known that Zach Wilson's ex was dating Dax Milne for about 7 weeks now. So I've known this. And this was not common knowledge for a lot of people because, like I said, just the right people have kind of mentioned that. But again, it was nowhere near the drama because, again, that's just kind of like a bro code thing. Like you don't date your dude's girl, ex-girlfriend. That's just kind of weird. That was like whatever. Like, honestly, if that was the whole story, it'd be like, who cares? Even though they were like, roommates, best friends. He was the number one target. I mean, we watched every game of Dax Milne. He was legit. But for her to say, basically, when someone called her a homie hopper on Instagram, for her to say that he was hooking up with his mom's friend, he's the real homie hopper. I mean, that's savage, bro. That crossed like all sorts of lines. I mean, you're already talking about bro code like crossed. Then you're talking about actually like putting someone on blast. That's a public figure. Savage as hell, bro. Savage as hell. So we don't know. It's not been confirmed. I would probably err on the side of just knowing the Draper vibe, bro. I don't know it too well, but just from what people be saying, that it probably is true to some extent. But again, we don't know if it happened while they were dating, before they're dating, after they broke up. We don't know any of that information. But
we do know one thing. We do know one thing.
He's got that dog in him. He's got that dog in him. And he just went through, like I said, they actually had to rush him into surgery just to, take some of that dog out. It was just a little too much dog, bro, before the season starts. So, he should be fine. He should be healthy before, fall camp. But we'll have to keep you guys updated on that one. But he's got that dog in him for sure.
Going to be slinging it for sure. Okay, real quick though. The funny thing is because he DM'd the guy from Barstool, Jack Mack. He's like, hey, please delete it. And the dude is like, dude, I don't care. Like, I don't want anything. I just this is just going to spread. Me deleting it will do nothing at this point. And obviously it spread like wildfire, whatever.
People on that note though, did you think that he thought it was going to be like some whole thing that like people were just going to be trashing him for like ever for it? Like, I guess that's what he probably thought, right?
Yeah. I think you probably put like, oh, this is a bad PR move. Like people are going to put a bad look on him. And that's what I was going with is he probably assumed like, oh, this is his agents were probably like, this is awful. Like, we can't let this get out, terrible PR. The complete opposite happened because you have to remember that 98% of NFL fans are just horny, straight white dudes. They're just horny dudes. Like, let's be honest.
I love it, dude. It's so true.
And like every single one of them is like, nice.
They're like, wow, I didn't know the kid had it in him. Like he just won an MVP or something.
Like it's like that episode of South Park where like the teachers, getting with the student, and all the adult cops are like, nice.
Yes, exactly. The one of the better ones I've seen is have you been watching Stranger Things since it's been coming out?
I have not, no.
So telling people that are into that, right? There's season 3 where one of the guys is like super fit, super like he's like the lifeguard or whatever that the moms are all into. They're like, Zach Wilson walking in like him, bro, it's hilarious. So I mean, there's so many memes about it. You got to check them out. They're super good. Like honestly, they're they're on the point. All of them are so good. But all I'm gonna say is if Zach Wilson has any like semblance of a better year this year than he had last year, it will 100% be attributed to the fact that he slept with an older woman. I promise you it will be. Like they're gonna be, the off-season training program for the NFL, like younger quarterbacks will just be like, all right, you got to get with an older woman now, dude. That's just what it just comes with it. Comes with it.
Did you see the betting odds changed when for his MVP?
No, I didn't see that.
It went from like plus 13,500 to like plus 11,000.
Dude, I'm telling you, people now will now lose money because of that, because of the information that was out there.
You're talking about Vegas will lose money because everyone's going to win that bet.
Vegas will lose a ton of money now because they put those crazy odds against our boy Zach Wilson. So
Vegas always loses. You know what they say.
They know exactly. That's exactly what they say, right?